Hello, it's Jane Talbot here, and it is day 2 of the prosperity game. And waking up this morning at the prospect of having to spend more money felt like an absolute burden. Yeah, it did. I know what's in this envelope, and I didn't feel any leap of joy whatsoever. I just saw ahead of me hard work. One of the things I agreed with myself in playing this game was to spend the money on myself. I feel okay about spending money on other people, but even saying I'm going to spend £2,000 on myself, I've got a feeling coming up here, it feels really uncomfortable when I actually feel sick. It took me 3 hours to spend that money, and the tension inside my body was like that. I was as agitated spending that money today as I was doing my tax return a week or so ago. So here it is, and looking at the back of the envelope where it says your account has just been credited, that does feel good, and to see the smiley face, that feels good. So now I've got good feelings coming up. I know what's in it. And that still looks good to me, yeah. I just got credited £2,000, which is brilliant. Only spending it is hard for me, was hard today. And I did learn some really interesting things about my relationship with money. So I don't obviously enjoy the experience of spending it. It feels like a burden. But there was one thing today that really lit me up. And I'll leave that until last. So I spent the £2,000, and as per the rules, I've written myself out a load of cheques. So I am going to London for 4 days to have some one-to-one tango lessons. And those have cost me, and here's my cheque, £800. And I've always wanted to learn to tango, haven't got a partner, haven't found it possible to learn here while I've been in Northern Ireland. And I think I'd really enjoy the physicality of the experience and the expression of the experience. And I think in 4 days of intensive dancing, I would feel the spirit of tango in my body. So even though that sounds exciting, it feels exciting, somewhere in me, there's a little bit of resistance about that £800. Obviously, had to get there, so I've got £150 on air tickets. I've got some tango shoes. They cost me £125. While I was there in London, thought, well, you know what? I'll go to the Ivy. I've always wanted to go to the Ivy, and found a bit of a bargain. I felt good about the bargain. £60 for taking in an Ibsen's Ghosts performance, and the Ivy £60. And today has left me with £20 to go to the local animal rescue centre, leaving with the purchase that did feel good. And it really, really surprised me. I spent, and it makes me giggle to even say this out loud, £845 for 3 nights bed and breakfast at 11 Cadogan Gardens, a boutique hotel in Kensington. And I think the thing that thrills me about this is never in a million years, not in my wildest dreams, would I ever have considered spending that much money on 3 nights bed and breakfast. And looking at the website and the rooms, it was definitely a thrill in my body. And I think what I've learned from today is I feel good about new experiences. This is the adventure. I would go and learn to dance tango. I would buy a flight to London. I would give money to the local animal rescue centre. I would buy a pair of tango shoes. Would I have done this before? Never in a million years. So there's something about me as a person, my quest for adventure, for trying new things, having new experiences, is at some level important to me and feels good. So, good girl as I am, I've updated my records, I've spent all my money, and I'm looking forward to exploring a little bit more. I am learning a lot from this game, and today it didn't feel like anything playful to me at all. I'm sticking with it though.